Premier League magazine, brought to you by Qantas and Ford Performance Vehicles.
Following a week of suspensions, a Premiership weekend of suspense, and you could bank on Arsenal to take it out on penniless Leeds. Fergie's had a week to forget about Fulham. United weren't about to play Harry's game against Pompey. Everything looks black and white for Fulham right now, but would they leave Liverpool red-faced? Plus a one-chop wonder, just one of 21 goals in the Barclaycard English Premier League. A long, hard winter to come for Leeds United, crippled by debts with an overdraft that's blowing like a chill wind through Elland Road. The liquid assets are all gone and there's no banking on Premiership survival as performances leave the balance sheet short on points as well as pounds. Last week the club reported a record loss, £49 million in the red for the year. The previous chairman gambled with the club's future and now Professor Mackenzie has to put a brave face on what's left. But for how long will his manager take it on the chin? He knows, too, that relegation will mean administration.
I think he's been put in an impossible position because he's inherited a large debt and basically he's got to try and sort it out somehow.
It's always the fans that have to do the suffering. You know, the fans will always turn up. Leeds United, if we get relegated, we'll still be here next season.
2 years ago, in May, I was sat in Valencia watching us in the semi-final of the Champions League, and I can't believe we're in the position we're in.
Arsenal against Leeds used to be full of glamour, and while Arsenal remain on top, Leeds are close to rock bottom. But Wenger would ask for an extra effort from his superstars following the FA's fines and suspensions, and Leeds could expect no handouts from the North London side. Yorkshire football has been based on grit and determination, and never more than now would the club need to rely on homegrown talent to see them through. But a kickabout in the park's a long way from the Premiership, and you wonder whether these youngsters will be watching top-flight football in the near future. Mark Viduka had already left the ground by the time the teams came out, dropped after turning up late for training. It meant a first start in 11 months for young Michael Bridges. No wonder he looked apprehensive. A Leeds defeat and they could finish the weekend at the foot of the table. Club captain Dominic Matteu's thigh injury meant another start for Roque Jr. and much-needed bite in midfield would be provided by David Batty, who'd been rested in midweek. On loan from Arsenal, Jermaine Pennant would be up against his good friend Ashley Cole. It looks as if he'd rather be anywhere else. Lauren and Parler's suspensions are yet to kick in, so both play, but Martin Keown's out injured, and the biggest loss for the Gunners, captain Patrick Vieira, whose thigh strain means at least another week on the sidelines. Peter Reid knows his orders will have to be followed, or he and the club will be left whistling in the wind. Wenger has had to keep most of his thoughts to himself this week, but the mind games against his rivals are only just beginning. Martin Tyler was in full voice for us.
Still not the chill of winter. It's a pleasant autumnal day in West Yorkshire, but there's nothing pleasant about the circumstances of Leeds United at the moment. How will they fare here? Kelly's cross came over Seth Johnson. Sacco! It was a good low strike. And Lehmann, very early in proceedings, inside the second minute. He wasn't caught cold. Toure. Oh, he moved into space. Plays with such a zest. But was in too much of a hurry then. Toure. Rather all over Parler, but the ball fell Arsenal's way. Cole, Henry's definitely onside. Camara played him on. Can Henry get away here? It's Henry for Arsenal. He scores! It's a classic Thierry Henry break. It's come in the 8th minute. And the player they rely on so much, Arsene Wenger's men, has delivered again. Once he got the run right, it was a run of such pace and penetration that there was no catching Henry. Leeds United 0, Arsenal 1. Seth Johnson. Lauren hovering around. Lehman had come out thinking he might have got it, but he obviously didn't call loud enough. Bergkamp can't hold it. It's not been particularly orderly from Arsenal since they went in front. Michael Bridges. And it's Smith. Oh, he could have taken it on. Comes back to Bridges. And now Pennant. Flinging himself in the line of what was a cross shot from Jermaine Pennant was Ashley Cole. Decent spell this from Leeds United. Batty on the ball again. Olembe. Carla rather scrapes it to Henry. He can't hold it up. And Lauren. Bergkamp. On for Ljungberg. What sort of support will Ljungberg get here? Henry flying forward. And Gilberto as well. It's in towards Gilberto. Doesn't get there, but Pires does. And it's 2. It's pretty much smash and grab for Arsenal. First Henry. And then Pires. Breathtakingly quick counter-attacks. Look where they were starting from, those supporting players to Ljungberg. Then they turned on the gas. And it was a bit lucky. The pass was aimed for Gilberto, but it was Robert Pires round the back. And Arsenal have a 2-0 lead inside the opening 17 minutes. Trevor Birch on the right, the new man to come in and help the finances. Has been with Chelsea, who don't need any help with their finances, but grim faces that reflect a very grim time in the history of Leeds United FC. Pennant comes back Batty's way again, and it was not a tentative first touch from Campbell that took the ball behind for a corner before he could get to it again. He had trouble with the bounce, tucked forward by Henry. There's another counter-attack forming for Arsenal here. 4 players forward, 4 outfield players back for Leeds. Parler, Bergkamp trying to set it. A little prodded shot against the post comes out to Henry. And Arsenal lead at Ellen Road by 3 goals to 0. And Leeds, again, cut apart by the quality and the speed of Arsenal's attacking play when they break out of their own half of the pitch. Peter Reid composing his thoughts for what he's going to say at half-time. We're in the 45th minute now. There'll be a couple of extra minutes. Ljungberg. Bergkamp. Henry looks for the hat-trick and blazed over the bar. It's considering 1 or 2 other options, I think. Particularly Freddie Ljungberg might have caught his eye, but then it would have been 3 inside a Premiership half. Fairly rare occurrence. Here's Ljungberg trying the trickery against Olembe. He is going to get a free kick this time, Freddie Ljungberg. Peter Reid's been very pleased with Salaman Olembe, and the individuals that he's brought in have been asked a lot. But they have to gel, they have to show some fighting spirit to preserve professional pride here, because there could be another one, and there is, and it's put away by Gilberto. Within 5 minutes of the start of the second half, the margin is widened even further. There's a bit of fortune about the goal in the way that the ball did reach Gilberto, but the midfield player tucked it in. That's a good effort from the Leeds fans. Batter, Smith, Milner. Teenagers in tandem here, Milner And Lennon. Off Smith. Well, not many smiles, but it's a goal for Peter Reid and for Leeds United. Well, Arsenal haven't kept a clean sheet here. A little glancing touch from Alan Smith at the near post. Milner, the 17-year-old, Lennon, the 16-year-old, and Alan Smith with the nearest of touches. Edu. It's got Parlour to one side, and it might run for Ray Parlour here. Oh, and it's come out for Henry, and it's hit Parlour to stop Henry getting a hat-trick. Leeds had an extra defender then, 4-1 up. You can see the funny side of it, but there was a match ball beckoning for Thierry Henry here until this. And he goes for Rocky Jr. Johnson. Well, as far as the top of the table is concerned, Arsenal firmly stay there. Peter Reid's, though, problems are at the other end. And I think a certain amount of relief at the final whistle and some applause from those who matter in the boardroom. Final score at Elland Road, Leeds United 1, Arsenal 4, same as last year.
Ray Parlour didn't want me to score a hat-trick. I don't know if he had a bet on the game or whatever, but you know, it seems like he didn't want me to score my hat-trick. But yeah, I was quite lucky on the first one because the ball, the second one, sorry, because the ball hit the post and came back on me, and you know, sometimes that's how it is. But you know, I think the most important thing was the performance of the team today.
They were very, very good. We didn't handle them on the break in particular. You know, we've got a lot of pace and power inside, and we did chat about it, you know, or dead balls or attack and play, be wary of them on the counter, so to speak, and we didn't deal with it at all.
Yesterday we were a little bit flat in training because the players were a bit down because of course they've been suspended, and the future looks like they will miss, many of them will miss games, and it affected the whole group. And today I think we responded well because we're, on the other hand, like you say, we can focus on what's in front of us and get on with it.
Everton, just the sort of side that Chelsea are supposed to come unstuck against. But the Toffee men haven't been at their best this season, and Chelsea are as tasty as it comes right now. Rooney had laughed off the idea that he's on the way to Stamford Bridge for 35 million, as reported in the press this week. Still, he wanted to impress before his party night. Not that many of his teammates would make that celebration. There's flu in the camp, and Campbell and Ferguson already sent back to bed. Hernan Crespo's groin injury meant Hasselbank and Mutu would play up front, but apart from the inclusion of Jeremy, just one change from the side that beat Manchester City last week. How David Moyes would like a squad the size of Chelsea's. Kevin Keating is your commentator at Goodison Park.
This is Gravison looking for Radzinski. Mistake there by Terry, and he's put it wide. Well, he's been out with injury the last few weeks, Thomas Radzinski. And he showed, sadly, as far as Everton were concerned, his rustiness here. Terry's mistake. What a chance. Here's Nyako. Rooney. Buzz of anticipation around Goodison as Rooney runs at Melchior. Support from Nyako. Oh, good try off the bar. What an effort that was from Alex Nyako. Here's Kilban off to Rooney. Very little backlift. And it didn't sail too far over Cudicini's crossbar. Not too far away here. Cudicini taking a risk, straight to Rooney. But there's too much on the chip from Wayne Rooney. And that was almost very, very costly. Nicely done for Naismith. A lot to admire about Everton going forward. Just haven't finished their chances. Here's Kilban. Hooked away by Terry. And then given away by Stubbs. Hasselbank, Mutu wants the early pass. It's Adrian Mutu. Hibbert getting back goal side, and the shot fizzes wide of the far post from Joe Cole. All stemmed initially from an Everton mistake. Hasselbank finding Mutu. And Joe Cole arrived to shoot narrowly wide. Good chest off by Hasselbank. And Lampard arrived, as he does so often in those positions. That's why he gets so many goals from midfield, Frank Lampard. Lovely chest pass there from Hasselbank. Lampard just unable to steady himself. Chelsea will look for a measure of improvement in the second half. They found no rhythm, Dario Ranieri's side up to now. It's been a hungry performance from Everton. Will it bring its reward? This is Gravison. Oh, good ball! Excellent save by Cudicini to deny Radzinski. A rasping shot. Good instinctive save from the Italian. Now Terry. Wayne Bridge could press on here again from Everton, not make it easy for Chelsea to get out. And now Mutu. Allowed to come a long way and feed Jeremy. Good ball in, missed by Hasselbank, but in by Mutu. Second best for most of this game. Chelsea had the early lead in the second half, and his fifth goal in the Premiership for Adrian Mutu. And Jeremy delivered the cross. Mutu took advantage. Miyako losing out. Strong play here from Hasselbank. It's a good ball as well. It's a real chance. Oh, and it must be no. Brilliant save by Martin. Brilliant work from Hasselbank. Nigel Martin made a brilliant save from the follow-up. Tony Hibbert. Good build up here from Chelsea. It's opening up now for Hasselbank. And that finish no more than a foot over Nigel Martin's crossbar. Patient build up involving Lampard and then Cole. And Hasselbank afforded the space to shoot. And some grim faces, not least on the face of the chairman. Rooney. Now Gravis. Naismith for Kilban. Here's a chance maybe now for Everton. Must be Jeffers, it's wide. What a miss from Francis Jeffers. Looking very much like 8th Premiership win out of 11 games this season for Chelsea. Put a sting in the tail. Here's Gravison going all the way. Thomas Gravison, good save by Cudicini. Well, that was very nearly a deserved equaliser for Thomas Gravison and Everton, but Cudicini equal to it. And it was Bertie, the last kick. Well, football can be oh so cruel at times. Claudio Ranieri, as honest as they come, will admit that his side was second best.
It was a game where we should have at least got something out of the game. We've missed chances and a great opportunity today because we played well and matched Chelsea, everything they did, if not even done better, but didn't get the points.
I was very, very nervous and anxious because Everton started very, very well, made 3 great chances, and Carlos saved the result.
I've been to cities that never close down, from New York to Rome and old London town. No matter how wide or how wide I roam, I still wanna
Western Union, the fastest way to send and receive money worldwide.
Western Union Money Transfer, now available at
over 190 countries and territories.
Western Union Money Transfer, available at your participating Australia Post and newsagents.
Wait a minute, I've got it, you guys. We can get Kyle infected with AIDS and then start a charity organization that we steal money from. Come on, let's go.
You haven't seen this before, have you?
No, we can't give Kyle AIDS?
You haven't seen this before either.
Dude, who the hell are you?
Or this. Or this. Or this. Because all this is the all-new South Park.
This is not just a town, it is our way of life.
8:30 tonight.
The 1951 UN Convention on Refugees was born politically because of the total scandal of the return of Jews in the 1930s.
Walls come down.
In the modern global economy, capital and goods now move freely all over the world.
Borders go up.
People who want to or who need to move are increasingly turning to smugglers.
Forged documents, bondage and slavery. It's an ever-expanding market in the trafficking of desperate people. Tuesday's Cutting Edge goes underground, following the network of smugglers and the fate of their human cargo. Dying to Leave, Part 2, 8:30 Tuesday.
It's spy business.
The first in a 3-part series.
The CIA was a creation of the Cold War.
To everybody's everlasting regret.
Saturday night, As It Happens, reveals the dark history of the CIA.
Americans violated the Geneva Accord. The Americans committed war crimes.
In August 1964, the CIA fakes a North Vietnamese attack against an American warship.
It was all a pretext, a phony story.
CIA experts teach special teams how to terrorize the population by killing teachers, doctors, and businessmen.
And the question of whether it's moral or immoral.
Salvador Allende is assassinated, or according to the CIA, commits suicide.
Assassination is a tool of government, that's all.
Get inside the CIA and its secret wars. 8:30 Saturday.
The essential Billy Bragg. It's quite exciting. Celebrating his 20-year-long career. 2 CDs, 40 classic hits. Must I Paint You a Picture? The essential Billy Bragg. Out now.
Would the champions take their chances against Portsmouth after being found out last week? We find out after the first goals roundup with Steve Banyard.
Alan Shearer was left out of the Newcastle team that lost to West Brom in the League Cup in midweek, and it led to rumours of a disagreement with manager Sir Bobby Robson. Shearer was back in against Aston Villa with his opposite number, Dion Dublin, a makeshift centre-back. That doesn't mean he's forgotten what he does best, though, rising above Steve Caldwell to put David O'Leary's team in front. Villa's first goal in 3 league matches. The return of Shearer gave the Toon a natural target. Indispensable, irreplaceable. But Shearer's will to win was equalled by the agility of Thomas Sorensen. They may have a lack of depth up front, but Newcastle's midfield quartet of Robert, Speed, Genus and Bowyer also has a natural instinct to attack. Lee Bowyer's dribble and shot, Jermaine Genus denied the chance to follow up. 4 successive wins in the Barclaycard English Premier League had propelled the Geordies into the top half of the table. Approaching half-time, they were piling on the pressure as Villa defended in numbers. Laurent Robert found a gap, though, and drilled home an equaliser. 5 goals in his last 6 starts. Whittingham was unlucky. His clearance fell to the informed Frenchman. From there on in, Sir Bobby's boys were bubbling. Wave after wave of Newcastle attacks kept Villa on guard, and with 20 minutes to go, Robert had space and 2 strikers ahead of him. That was until McCann's foul. Already booked, a second yellow left Villa with 10 men. A bad tackle, a good decision. Depleted, demoralised, but not yet defeated. Villa were on course for just their second away point in 6 matches. But the cause wasn't helped when Gareth Barry handled Robert's corner. Clear use of the arm to prevent a Shearer header. Villa's plight seemed grim. Shearer for his 10th league goal of the season. Shearer was stunned, and so was St James's. Sorensen was the hero, just as he'd been 3 years ago in similar circumstances for Sunderland. Same side, same height, same outcome. Painful memories. Newcastle play Basel in Switzerland this week, then face a trip to Chelsea. It's a big week when they'll need to be at their very best. 98 goals he scored since Sir Bobby Robson took charge, but the Toon's top dog had lost his bite. This day belonged to Villa's Great Dane.
It's the second time it's happened. It was sort of déjà vu. He even put the ball in the same side, and you need a bit of luck, and I had luck back then and a bit of luck today as well.
It was Steve McLaren's 100th match in charge of Middlesbrough, and meant a reunion with Paul Ince, released by Borough last year after 3 seasons at the Riverside. It was also a meeting between the league's joint lowest scorers. Lee Naylor intended to keep it that way, clearing off the line from Kudru's header. The difference for Borough this year has been home form. Already twice as many defeats as in the whole of last season. At least Massimo Macaroni's back, his first Premiership start of the campaign. Juninho was on the bench, but soon into the action, inviting Danny Mills to raid down the right. A raid that led to skirmishes, an angry confrontation between Mills and Naylor. Most eyes on the bust-up as a quick free kick was taken. Courtesy of Borough's quick-thinking Brazilian, it was Gaisca Mendieta's first goal in the Premiership. Blunt aggression, sharp minds. Wolves caught by surprise. A stylish, if controversial, way to mark the century. Now to press home the advantage. Christie was on for Nemeth and the break was on. Juninho through the middle. Zenden down the left. A chance to stretch Wolves and give Middlesbrough some breathing space. Juninho's second goal of the season with 7 minutes to go. That precious home win was firmly in their grasp. Wolves were still incensed by the first Borough goal. Ince was firm but fair. Ray was just plain brutal. A 2-footed tackle to scythe down 2 defenders, so only one possible outcome. Ray's red card reaction led to further bad blood. Maybe no coincidence that Mills was one of the 2 taken out. More trouble was reported as players left the pitch. An FA investigation will follow.
I don't think the first goal should have been allowed. You know, my lads are telling me there that there's a free kick, fine. But then the 2 lads are grappling and our players have gone over to break it up and he's allowed it to be taken quickly. So whether it's our fault switching off, we spoke about it, but we're trying to break up. So I think the referee's going across to break it up as well, and then all of a sudden they play it. So some you win, some you lose, I think.
It was Sickfee 7th at St Mary's. The Saints had done a league double over Kevin Keegan's men last year, all the more painful as he was once a hero on the South Coast. Commentary from Adriano Russo.
Now Fowler and One-Chop linking up. Fowler, interesting. Is he going to go alone? He does! Oh, he's opened the scoring! What a shot! Premiership goal so far this season. Opens the scoring. He's going to be absolutely delighted with that. It's BT. Oh! And that wasn't far off the mark. Looking for an immediate response, Southampton. Seaman looked to be struggling. Rayner again. Sinclair from the left. This is good support from McManaman. In with his left as well, looking to the far post, the header, got the deflection off the line. Jones was beaten, it's still in. And finally, they scramble it away. That was a let-off for Southampton. Now, Dodd, in with his left. Seaman comes, doesn't clear, it's still in the box. Jihai will let it trickle out. Oh, what a chance for Southampton. Can't be long left on the referee's watch. Might have a minute or two of stoppage time. But the ball falls to Wanchop, who really can wrap it up here for City. It's Wanchop against Jones. Oh, it's a delightful goal. And it means that City clinch the full 3 points here at St Mary's Stadium. Second of the season for Paolo Wanchop on his 50th appearance for the club. And in a game which City dominated from start to finish, a goal at either end of the game is nothing less than they deserve.
I think we thoroughly deserve to win here. This is not a place that's... We came here last year and we were nothing short of disgraceful. I think our fans can leave here tonight. I know they'll be a lot happier, and so will I be.
Today we've not had a good day. The players have not had a good day. I've not had a good day. They've had bad passes. Their thinking's not been great, and I've had bad decisions as well. So we've all had a bad day.
2 defeats in a row at Old Trafford were unthinkable, and Portsmouth feared a backlash after Fulham's win last weekend. Standing up for champions has never been difficult for the Stretford end, but Pompey's travelling band can hit the right note too. Rio Ferdinand knows his immediate footballing future's in the hands of the FA after being charged with missing that drugs test. For now, he's still in the heart of the defence. Paul Scholes underwent groin surgery last week. He'll be out for a month. It meant another start for Darren Fletcher, and Roy Keane's recovered enough to make the bench. United old boy Teddy Sheringham was up front about his return to Old Trafford, partnered in attack by Yakubu after his League Cup double in midweek. Jason Roberts dropping to the bench. Sir Alex Ferguson, who'd been shouting his mouth off in midweek about Arsenal doing a deal with the FA, was tight-lipped at the start of this one, unlike Steve Banyard.
Rio Ferdinand, the centre of attention, not just at home but around the world, it would seem, with FIFA monitoring the situation. Charged by the FA this week. It seems to be football attracting a lot of the wrong type of headlines in the last few weeks. Berger trying to make the right type of headlines, and it was a really good effort by the winger from the Czech Republic. That by Stefanovic is Dazio. Stefanovic, a player who came to England along with Darko Kovacevic, signed by David Pleat at Sheffield Wednesday. Now here's Van Nistelrooy! Super try. Rested in midweek and clearly bursting with energy again today. Here's Stone. Now Giggs. Great ball through. Van Nistelrooy. And rather untypically of Ruud van Nistelrooy, balloons it over the bar. Well, he's allowed an off day once in a while. Fortune. Giggs can outplay Sherwood momentarily. Fall and retrieving it. Giggs header. Van Nistelrooy. United stepping it up a gear here. Great switch of direction for Gary Neville now. Giggs. And it's Forlan, it's
it's 1-0. Diego Forlan really on a roll right now. A normal service resumed at Old Trafford. And Diego Forlan with his second Premiership goal in 2 matches. Had time for it to drop and meet it sweetly. Yakubu, Sheringham. Fletcher goes with it. Lovely ball in for Steve Stone. They've worked it well at Portsmouth. Yakubu's ball, and it's a header on the far side for Boris Zivkovic in the end. That was Portsmouth's best move of the match so far. Here's Fortune. But Jemba sliding it on for Fletcher here. Hislop committing. He's well out of his goal, and a chance for a free header, which Nicky Butt declines. It was an open goal. Hislop had come across to cover the threat posed by Darren Fletcher. And as the ball was played back in, Nicky Butt getting to the far post. Roy Keane, who missed the matches against Fulham and Leeds during the course of the week. This move being made by Manchester United to try and reinforce the advantage. Fortune bursting forward here. In the meantime, Ryan Giggs with a wonderful piece of running. Feeling that he was tripped by Zivkovic. Worst tackle you've ever seen, but there was contact. Cristiano Ronaldo looks like he could curl one in here. Whipped in with pace and straight in. They can breathe a little easier now. Cristiano Ronaldo's first goal for Manchester United, deceiving Shaka Hislop. United now 2-0 up against Portsmouth. Food for thought for Harry Redknapp. Milan Mandaric, the owner of Portsmouth in the centre, responsible for so much of Portsmouth's revival. Difficult one for the defenders. Has moved along Portsmouth's backline. Returned by Keane, and that's a brilliant goal! Keane on his return with an absolute humdinger. And look at this, he spun away from Stefanovic, opened up the angle, and that's a quite beautiful finish by Roy Keane. Against Leicester, against Leeds, and now against Portsmouth. Portsmouth heading for their second heavy defeat away from home in a week.
Winning's always satisfactory, particularly after last Saturday's disappointment, but they've deserved it. They played very well, kept a good momentum in their game. And far more lively than we were last Saturday.
First half out, I thought we felt very comfortable, really came here and weren't under any pressure. And then suddenly Giggs gets a header back from the far post and Forlan finishes it. But we came in 1-0 down at half-time, but I still felt there was something in the game for us, I really did.
Could Liverpool lift themselves at Loftus Road and keep Houllier happy? We have the answers after Steve completes his roundup.
Bobby Zamora's first goal for Tottenham ensured victory against West Ham in the League Cup in midweek and extended the team's unbeaten run under caretaker manager David Pleat to 6 matches. Casey Keller would have a busy afternoon, but Tottenham were first to attack. Zamora's header juggled by Poyet into the path of Robbie Keane. There would have been some goal had it not been for Jussi Jääskeläinen. The star of the show, though, was to be Bolton's captain with a performance to inspire. JJ Okocha would dazzle and delight. This was Okocha at the peak of his powers, but not everything he touched turned to gold. Just one league win all season for Bolton, who hadn't won at White Hart Lane for 44 years. Free kick, Okocha again. Casey Keller's goal was leading a charmed life. Home fans hadn't seen the opposition score since Glenn Hoddle's departure, but Bolton meant business. Stelios Giannakopoulos this time. Hard to say if Keller got a touch, but a corner was given. Lurking just outside the box was that man Okocha once more. A tap-in for Kevin Nolan, and all Okocha could claim was an assist. A well-deserved breakthrough for Bolton, who finally had a slice of good fortune. Okocha's shot bouncing just in front of Keller, too hot to hold. Bolton's last away win was in March, a time when Okocha's goals proved vital. Arguably, he made the difference between survival and relegation, but this was the Nigerian back to his best. A hat-trick of sorts, the unluckiest man on the pitch. Time and time again, though, Bolton have conceded late goals. Tottenham had brought on Postiga, Mabizella and Blondell, a 19-year-old Belgian. A fabulous save in stoppage time, meaning a first defeat for Pleat. Wanderers were worthy winners.
Chance after chance came and went, and we were wondering whether we were going to pay the price for a good performance with great chances, and finally Kevin Nolan popped up with the scruffiest of goals, but they all count, and a very, very good 1-0 victory.
Blackburn turned to Dwight York, Souness's side in desperate need of goals. Andy Cole needed no more incentive than knowing his next strike is his 250th club career goal. Mickey Adams has had plenty to chew over this week. It must have felt like deja vu. Blackburn turned up in the Wolves black and gold. Commentary from Martin Fisher.
Chance of a long throw now by Vladislav Gresko. He's only found Impey, whose header has gone backwards rather than forwards. Howes isn't the best either. And this is York. And now the shot from Emerson. Side netting. Well, the first half chance, I suppose you'd have to call it. It's all come from poor defending. First Impey, then Howie. Good hold-up play by York, and Emerson with the snapshot. Todd. Dinked in by Ferguson, and again Leicester haven't cleared, and it's Andrew Cole. It's Dwight York with a shot from Coleslav, and it's cleared the crossbar by some distance. York, Cole has gone on. How he spotted him. The clearance has only found Gresko. It's off Impey. Sinclair had to clear as the Blackburn fans appeal for handball. He was looking to pick out Cole at the near post, but it seemed to come off Andy Impey's hands. York. Here's Andy Cole. Cole! Side netting. Walker did have that near post covered, to be fair. Howie just straining to clear. Lewis has only found Thompson. And it's come to Dwight York. Off Sinclair, might fall for Cole. Saved somehow by Ian Walker. Somehow the Leicester keeper denies Andrew Cole. Dickoff trying to turn away from Babel, and that's what he does. He's a real handful, and he wins free kicks for Leicester in and around the edge of the penalty area. Is it with a cross? And it's in! And it's Marcus Bent against his former club. Well, you can hardly say that Leicester City deserve it, but they won't care about that. Bent seemed just to stick out a boot, and Leicester are in front, and the home fans have their reward for sticking behind the team in blue all afternoon.
as it's corner. Free header, and again, and another goal! And it's Steve Howie for Leicester City. Head tennis first from Scowcroft, then from Elliott. And from one centre-half, the other centre-half scores. And Leicester have put daylight between themselves and Blackburn. Where does he go now, Graham Souness?
That doesn't right all the wrongs of the Wolves game, but we can put that, you know, in the history books. And what we've got to do now is try and get results and put a run together if we can. Hopefully this will kick-start our season in terms of confidence and belief, and hopefully we'll push on from this.
Fulham are adding to the good times in West London, and after last week's win at Old Trafford, they were hoping to sort Liverpool out at Loftus Road. Fourth place beckoned with a win. They kept quiet about a late changing goal, with Mark Crossley taking over from the injured Van der Sar, who had a thigh strain. It was Crossley's first start for 19 months. No Inamoto and only a half-fit Mark Pembridge, but Fulham looking strong going forward, with Sahar leading the line. Liverpool's Steve Finnan knows his way around the place, playing against his former club after his £3.5 million move to Anfield. It was this match last year that Jerzy Dudek made the first of his mistakes. Michael Owen passed a late fitness test, and Traore is in for Risa at the back. Fulham's young manager Chris Coleman's already stamped his signature on an impressive side, an inspiring start to his managerial career. Commentary at Loftus Road from Ian Crocker.
Bonicel. It's over the head of Sahar and away by Sami Hyypiä. A casual header from Smica, though, will put pressure on Liverpool. Pembridge! Always rising and not really dipping in it until it was too late for Mark Pembridge. Signed not so long ago from Everton. Albron. Giving Sahar something to chase. Oh, what a slip from Dudek! And Sahar unable to that where the ball had gone. Hyypiä knew exactly where it had gone. Liverpool are rather relieved. Finnan. Heskey. Finnan's going to get it back. Cheered by some Fulham fans, although others gave him a pretty decent reception on his return to his former club. And Heskey's in there. And Liverpool lead. He's amongst the goals this week, Emile Heskey. A couple in the cup. And now one in the league. And it would be Steve Finnan, wouldn't it? A former Fulham favourite who set him up with a delightful centre. And Heskey nipped in. Harry Kewell. Vladimir Smica. Liverpool looking to make progress. And Smica's going to go for it himself. Actually saw it coming all the way. Smica making his 100th appearance in the Premier League today. Volts skipping away from Kewell's challenge. Skipping away from Traore too. It's a paging run from Volts, and Malbranc takes over, and surely Sahar. Fulham equalise. It's a tap-in for Louis Sahar, but it's a goal that owed much to Volts and Malbranc, and a thank you to Jean Tiganatou, the former boss of Fulham. Sahar making his point, but just look at Volts here. What a run. Malbranc took over, some fancy footwork from him. It was diverted agonisingly from Liverpool's point of view into the path of Sahar. Murphy for Kewell. Fulham have it back. Sahar. Holtz has continued his run. Trot, really. Sahar. He's gone for it. Dudek having the connection in his near post. Priori. Kewell very deep and is charged down. Sahar! So close to Fulham going in front, and they nearly did anyway. But Dudek, with a wonderful reaction then, kept Fulham at bay. Harry Kewell saw his clearance blocked by Clark, and it fell so invitingly for Louis Sahar. Priori. In towards Owen, and Owen puts it through here. Smitsa and Heskey. Oh! Liverpool failed to make the most of that. Head in hands moment for Gerard Houllier. Emile Heskey. Well, it was Bonicelli who actually diverted it away, otherwise it might well have been going in. Harry Kewell's corner, and it was Bishkan's header. A nervous minute or so for Fulham. On by Heskey, Owen, and it's going to open up here for Liverpool. Smitsa advancing, and Mark Crossley turning it over. A little nudge on from Owen, and Smitsa nearly finding a way to goal. For Morte, for Clark. It might yet come to Bo Morte. Traore. Oh! And the free kick's been given against Bo Morte for his challenge on Dudek. Gerrard. Cinema Pongolle. Oh, a nice challenge. Penalty is given. Rob Styles points to the spot. This could be a massive moment in Liverpool's season. Here it comes. And there it goes from Danny Murphy. Liverpool are 2-1 up. And they might just have started to salvage their season. Oh, and Bo Morte here has stopped Pongolle, and it's a straight red card. It was a nasty one, really, from Bo Morte, who had been rankled by early decisions that hadn't gone his way. And it's a setback, this, for Chris Coleman and Fulham.
Well, they're flying, Fulham. They've had a great start to the season. They won at Man U last week, so maybe a point wouldn't have been a bad result. But we always felt confident. You know, we had some chances before, and we felt that we always had it within us to win the game.
Second half, I thought that we played very well. First half, I know that they were the better team. Second half, we were. It looked like we were going to get a point, and I think probably that would have been a fair result. But you know, that's football.
As Sir Alex Ferguson said this weekend, the Barclaycard English Premier League title is a three-horse race. The gap grows wider from the rest, but Birmingham and Manchester City will be pleased with their position. Leeds are in desperate trouble, so too Blackburn, and although Wolves and Leicester knew it was always going to be tough, Everton will be feeling uncomfortable too. Put your hands together for the Premier League. In celebration of yet another supreme strike from Arsenal's Thierry Henry, perhaps it should be a little prayer for Leeds United and Peter Reid. Have we ever seen such contrasting fortunes? And while the Gunners step up the pace, just how long will it be before the Leeds manager steps down? Join me, Mark Saggers, and Steve Banyard next time to see what's left at Leeds United.